Hi, my name's Harry Peterson. I'm a general contractor. Spent most of my life as a contractor, working all over California, developing property. Purchased this property in 2003. It was a family nursery, Coleman Nursery. The property was about 1 1/3 acres. Had some real development opportunity. Subdivided the property into 3 parcels. This front parcel was clearly the most unique because it was a down slope and kind of landlocked. The 2 adjoining streets were above the bottom of the lot. And so we took advantage of all those problems and built a house that could capitalize on being, quote, down in this hole. It was an advantage because it doesn't hear the noise of the freeway, and it really has an element of privacy and intimacy that we created with landscaping, which, given that this is kind of an arid desert community, had challenges, but we overcame them again with the contour of the property by building a cistern and a dry well. So we capture all the water from the landscaping, and we capture all the water from the hardscape. We really designed the upstairs with this really open air California big grand room. It's, you know, the beam in the ceiling's over 45 feet. And we made so the whole interior of the house opens to the outside, the pool area, this lush landscaping environment makes for a really intimate sort of setting. And then we capitalized on, you know, the sun and alternative energy by putting a photovoltaic system or solar system in simple terms on the south exposure of the house. And to make that really efficient, we put all the elements of insulation and window elements so that it was really energy efficient. The front entry of the house is kind of unique because it's not your normal entry that you pull up and park and walk into. It has this really large big patio area. It has this wood screen that sort of lends itself to the landscape. Kind of makes you feel like you're in a tropical island almost, but yet you're still a little over a mile from the water. But it's this big, large private area. It's the decking materials made of mangaris, a really exotic hardwood that's actually certified sustainable, purchased from J&W Lumber, who specializes in that. In fact, the whole property takes those sort of things, those elements into account. You know, there's wool carpeting, it's all sustainable growth flooring, European white oak, and mangaris used on all the decking. The other thing that's really unique about the property in the backyard, because the house starts off below grade, we use that sort of arena effect to create other intimate outdoor spaces by the pool that's separate from the rest of the living space in the house. So when you have guests over, my wife and I really love to entertain friends. These locations make it really nice for people to break off into small groups. There's a patio that's off the main living area and kitchen that's kind of access to this big grand room, and you step off to that and you're down by this pool area, and, you know, also another nice landscaping area that's private and separate from that pool area. There's a place at the top of the property because there's access to rear properties, but we made a large area where you could park as much as a 35-foot motorhome or large trailer that has water and sewer hooked up to it. You know, I think any buyer that takes a look at this home just will see endless opportunities, whether it's their second home or a home that they feel like they might want to retire in because of the fact that you could have caregivers living in the downstairs and still have a very grand space in the upstairs, and feel like you had personal care without being at some sort of complex. This provides a really unique opportunity because there are 2 separate master suites in the downstairs. So there's 2 full bedrooms, a small galley kitchen, and each one of those spaces have private bathrooms. I mean, I think for anybody a young family to an aging family, this provides real opportunity for families to grow old together. That's kind of the general view of this property.